If you've ever installed Windows 11 from a USB drive, there's a name you already know: Rufus, the free tool the entire internet uses for this exact job. And as of April 30th, version 4.14 is out, and it's a big one. There are two new features in here that genuinely change the way you install Windows from now on. Let's open the changelog and walk through everything that's new. So this is the official changelog for 4.14, dated April 30th. The first batch of changes are all under Windows User Experience Improvements, which is the dialog you see right before Rufus starts writing the USB. Let me go through every single one. First up, a quality of life option that disables Teams, Outlook, Copilot, and what the developer himself calls Microsoft's forced nuisances. Honestly, I love that he wrote it that way. This single checkbox saves you from having to uninstall 4 different apps after every fresh Windows install. I think this is the headline feature of the entire release. Next, the silent installation option. This one automatically installs Windows on the first detected disk with no prompts at all. None. To me, this is incredibly powerful for IT folks deploying lots of machines. But for regular people, it's also a little scary. We'll talk about why later, but the short version is that you really need to know what disk Windows is going to land on before you click that button. Then there's an option to copy scuspolicy.p7b to the ESP during installation. I'll be honest, this one's pretty technical. It's tied to a Microsoft article about secure boot policy revocation. Most home users will never need this, but if you're working with newer secure boot certificates and revoked bootloaders, you'll know why it matters. And then, tooltips have been added for every option in the dialog. Small change, but I really appreciate this. You hover over a checkbox and it tells you what it actually does. Beginner-friendly, and long overdue in my opinion. Moving past the WUE section, limited support for El Torito UEFI image extraction has been added, mostly for Dell BIOS update ISOs. Niche, but if you've ever tried to flash a Dell BIOS from a USB and hit a wall, this is the fix you've been waiting for. Better error messages when you try to use an ISO that's sitting on the same drive you're trying to write to. Tiny thing, but it stops people from making a really frustrating mistake. The UEFINTFS partition label has been made clearer during Windows setup. Improved support for Bazzite and other Fedora-based Linux distros that don't follow standard EFI conventions. Better detection of Bitdefender's new hidden virtual hard drives, so Rufus stops getting confused by them. And cleaner reporting for Grub and ISO Linux MBRs. All quality of life stuff for power users. On the bug fix side, Windows To Go Media now works properly with the newer BCD boot tool. And there's a fix for local accounts that have spaces at the start or end of the username, which used to cause errors. Alright, let me show you how this looks like in the app. Open your browser and head to rufus.ie. That's the official site. Anything else is a copy. Scroll down to the download section and grab Rufus 4.14. The standard version is what you want for most machines. The whole file is around 1.9 megabytes, smaller than a single phone photo, and it downloads in seconds. There's nothing to install. Rufus is portable. You just double-click the file and it opens. While you're at it, you'll also need a Windows 11 ISO file. Get that straight from Microsoft's official download page. And plug in a USB drive with at least 8 gigabytes of free space. I want to be very clear here. Everything currently on that drive is going to get wiped. So if there's anything important on it, copy it somewhere else first. First thing you need is the official Windows 11 ISO file. Open your browser and search for Windows 11 download or go straight to microsoft.com/software-download/Windows 11. Make sure you're on the genuine Microsoft page. The URL should literally say microsoft.com. Once you're there, scroll past the first 2 sections and stop when you reach the one labeled Download Windows 11 Disk Image, with ISO in parentheses. Under that, there's a drop-down menu. Click it and pick the Multi-Edition x64 option, which covers Home, Pro, and the rest in a single file. Then click Download. A second drop-down appears asking for your language. Pick whichever one you want Windows installed in and hit Confirm. After a few seconds, Microsoft generates a 64-bit download button that's good for the next 24 hours. Click it and save the file somewhere easy to find. The ISO is around 7 to 8 gigabytes, so depending on your internet, This is the longest part of the whole process. Once both files are on your computer, the ISO from Microsoft and Rufus from Rufus.ie, plug your USB drive into the PC. Then double-click the Rufus file you downloaded. The app opens straight away. No installer, no setup, no waiting around. Now look at the top of the window. The first drop-down labeled Device should already be showing your USB drive. Double-check this. If you have any other external drives plugged in right now, make absolutely sure the right one is selected here, because whatever shows up in this box is what's about to get wiped clean. Underneath that, you'll see Boot Selection. Click the Select button on the right. A file picker pops up. Find the Windows 11 ISO you just downloaded and double-click it. Rufus reads the file and fills in the rest of the options on its own. Image option stays on standard Windows installation. No need to touch it. Partition scheme should already be set to GPT, which is what virtually every PC made in the last 10 or so years uses. Only switch this to MBR if you're working with an older machine running legacy BIOS. Target system underneath that should already say UEFI to match. Volume label is just the name of the USB drive after Rufus is done with it. Rufus autofills something generic, but I usually rename it to something I'll recognize later, like Windows 11 installer. File system and cluster size, leave both alone. Now click Start. The second you click Start, a new window pops up called Windows User Experience. This is where every customization option lives. Let me run through them top to bottom. First, remove requirement for 4 GB plus RAM, Secure Boot, and TPM 2.0. Bypasses Microsoft's hardware checks, so Windows 11 installs on older machines that fail compatibility. Leave it unchecked on modern PCs. Check it for older ones. Heads up, there's a known bug in 4.14 where this checkbox sometimes re-enables itself after you've cleared it. So double-check before hitting OK. Next, remove requirement for an online Microsoft account. The one I check on every install. Skips the forced Microsoft sign-in completely. As soon as you check it, a second row appears underneath. Create a local account with username. Type whatever name you want, and that's it. Set regional options to the same values as this user's. Copies your current language, time zone, and keyboard layout into the new install so you don't have to redo them. Disable data collection. Skips every privacy prompt during setup and pre-answers them all with no. Telemetry, location, advertising ID, all off. Always check this one. Disable BitLocker automatic device encryption. Windows 11 turns on drive encryption in the background on modern hardware, and if you ever lose the recovery key, you're locked out of your own drive. Checking this stops that from happening. You can turn BitLocker on yourself later if you want. QoL improvements. The new headline feature. Strips out Copilot, OneDrive, Outlook, Fast Startup, and the rest of Microsoft's pre-installed clutter before Windows reaches the desktop. Worth the update on its own. Right under that, silent installation. The other big new feature, and it needs its own warning, which I'll cover next. Below silent install, use Windows CA 2023 signed bootloaders. Tells Rufus to use Microsoft's newer 2023 secure boot certificates instead of the 2011 ones. Check it if your target PC has updated firmware. If you're unsure, leave it off. The older certificates work on almost everything. Last one, apply SKU SI policy.p7b on installation. Tied to Microsoft article KB 5042562, deals with revoking secure boot policies for vulnerable bootloaders. Average user will never need this. Leave it off unless you know you need it. Now, silent installation. Read this carefully because it's the most dangerous setting in the entire app. When you check this box, Rufus builds a USB drive that automatically installs Windows on the first detected disk the moment you boot from it. No prompts, no confirmation, no chance to back out. The first detected disk is whatever the system labels Disk 0, and that isn't always the drive you'd expect. On some machines, it's a secondary drive. On some, it's an external you forgot was plugged in. Whatever it is, it gets erased instantly with no warning. Rufus itself flashes a red warning when you check this, and it's not being overcautious. The only safe way to use this option is to physically unplug every other drive in the machine first, leaving only the one you actually want Windows on. There's also a known bug right now where silent install can hang around the 75% mark. So for important machines, I'd hold off on this one until the next release. After you set everything how you want it, click OK, and Rufus warns you about wiping the USB drive. Confirm and let it do its thing. When the bottom bar says Ready, your USB is good to go. Now you can plug the USB into your laptop, set the boot option to boot it from USB in your BIOS. Windows 11 installation is pretty straightforward after that. Drop a comment below and let me know if you want me to make a video on how to install Windows 11 after using Rufus. If this video helped you out, hit subscribe so you catch the next one. See you in the next one.